After a opening weekend that did better than expected, the second weekend was really going to be the deciding factor in how big of an impact and how much legs Marvel has after a front-loaded opening. Well, now that the Friday numbers are in, the Friday to Friday drop is absolutely astronomical. So quite obviously, the jury is still out in terms of what the second weekend is going to look like in its entirety, but a Friday to Friday comparison gives us a good idea of what to expect. Now, typically, when we're looking at a good weekend, we're seeing a Friday that's relatively a 50%, maybe 60% drop generally. Sometimes you can, attribute a little bit more of a drop, like a 72 to 75%, if the opening weekend was absolutely insane, like over 200 million. Unfortunately for Thor Love and Thunder, the film did not open at 200 million, and going into the second weekend, the Friday drop is an 80 to an estimated 82%. Now, we are talking about just insane numbers right here, which means that this Friday alone, the film made 13.8 million. Now, again, it's one of these things that I'm pretty sure is going to be brought up in terms of discussion, in terms of this film having legs, the viability of even talking about $1 billion or anything like that. But I think this is honestly kind of concerning, especially if you're going to be somebody like Disney who's looking at Thor for a potential fifth or sixth outing even, and you're looking at this going, well, it's doing better than the last one, but the drop-off is so sharp that this second weekend could come in below 45 million, as we're seeing right now. Now again, 45 million was the absolute lowest end of predictions, with 50 being the medium and some saying maybe 55 is possible. This puts us on a path where if Saturday ends up performing as expected and Sunday does as well, it's coming in 45 or lower, meaning that the third weekend you're looking at maybe less than 20 already, which means that this film in the United States at least isn't doing as good as previous films, all things considered. The rest of the world, again, it's a different market. We're going to have to wait for some of those numbers to come in, but this thing is well, it's looking like it's having a tough time. And again, I talked about this in the box office outlook for this weekend. I do think that there is backlash against this film, people not returning for repeat viewings because they didn't like it, and also just people not feeling Thor as a character that they want more of. So it's going to be interesting to see when we get the full breakdown of the weekend, because, yeah, this could spell disaster for Thor in terms of a box office future that doesn't pass $1 billion like many of the others that we've seen. I mean, even Captain Marvel's first outing passed $1 billion. So Thor can't do it. You might have to reconsider what you do with these films and the characters and, well, everything at this point, because clearly Thor isn't as appealing to most people.